Hello and welcome to another episode of Talking Balls. I'm your host, Neil Adams, and joined as always are my lovely co-hosts, Marc, Rob and Curtis. How are you guys?
Sweet to the beat, mate, yourself?
All good.
What's cracking, boys? It's good to see you again for another week of Talking Balls.
Yes, Amara, we week 15 recap. But that's what I'm saying, boys. It's a wee bit embarrassing here. We're all like, wearing the same team in the same hat.
I think we got a couple of sexy looking boys and some nice black hats, you know.
Personally, I think we all said it.
Yeah.
We do.
To be fair to High Burger, their burgers are class, but this is also the first hat that I've got that actually fits my head properly. So big shout out to the hat department at High Burger as well.
Yeah, no, I've got to be said, it's hard to get hats in my size now. I'm even maxed out to like the final rung on this one as well. So I'm with you there, Kurt.
I was going to say, I'm surprised you haven't got the...
You're on, right, let's not do this, boys. Let's not do this.
I'm on 4.
We don't need to see what the length your hat level's at, you know.
Let's be honest, you were worried you're going to have to get the cable tie out this week.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if it's a measuring contest, mine's clearly the biggest. So
There you go. There's always that. So there is. Yeah, it's a week 15 recap, boys. It's Christmas next week. Before we get into the Christmas recap, I want to talk to Curtis about the fact that he got an orchestra on his beer.
Did you see that?
What the Phantom Menace was that about? You just
so
grab a band and throw it onto your trolley?
We basically we were having like a second Cool FM kind of night out. So we were it was kind of impromptu. You know the wee Toast Tours, the bike, they invited us down just to have a go, and a couple of us went down. And we were just kind of cycling around on it, having the crack. Now, the first thing I want to point out is that you actually pedal that thing. Have you ever been on it?
Yeah.
No, because it's exercise and I don't like it.
I had assumed, for some reason, I was under the impression that the pedals were just for show and the guys had kind of some motor that would, propel the thing, because like it drives around the street. So I sort of thought, there's no way this is all pedal power, but it is. So that's the first myth that I want to clear up. But then we were sort of going around the Cathedral Quarter, and there was this brass band. Shout out to them, the First Old Boys they were called, and they just wanted a photo, and we were kind of like, well, why not jump on and play some tunes while we're going around? So they did, and fair play to them, they absolutely smashed it. Unfortunately, they weren't able to pedal because they were, literally playing wind instruments. So that meant we had to pedal for ourselves and a pretty much full brass band as well. So I'm in bits today, lads. My legs are in bits from it, but it was good crack. So it was.
It looked very surreal.
It was surreal is the word I would use to describe it. Absolutely.
So say earning your beverages there, so you're burning the calories off while you're drinking.
Burning the calories while you're drinking. I had the car with me, so I was on the zeros as well. So they were kind of empty calories, but look, it was good crack, but a good night. So yeah, that was.
Well, there you go. That was one thing that I noticed over the weekend, where I was like, "What the fluff?" He's literally just took a band, threw it onto his wee cart, and now he's cycling with orchestra with him.
Something we should look into doing absolutely is maybe like a show from the wee cart sometime. Because it's good fun. It's good fun. Do a podcast from it.
Can we get somebody else to pedal? Because I can't podcast and pedal.
There's a couple of seats on it. There's a couple of seats on it with no pedals. So there is. So you pick the right seat, you're all right. So you are.
We'll sort of do like a carpool karaoke from it.
To be fair,
us all busting our balls, and then you just sitting there happy.
Yeah, that sounds all right to me.
Of course it does.
Well, boys, what a weekend of football again. My predictions were fluffed again, as always. Thought I started off the week right with the Raiders absolutely destroying the Chargers. When you all picked the Chargers, I was like, this is my week. I'm going to come back. I'm going to get closer to Rob, because Rob just seems to be picking teams out of the air, like Seahawks.
Seahawks, baby, all day, every day.
That was an informed choice where he really looked into that and picked the Seahawks for.
Statistically speaking, to stay in playoff contention, they had to beat the Eagles. So I figured they would.
Well, you've been 50% right so far.
I don't know what you're saying, mate.
Talking about
You're 50%
playoff
right with the
retention.
Seahawks picking.
and Rob
Oh,
picking
yeah,
and
that's right.
choosing.
Fair enough.
You done us out of playoffs this week, mate, in our fantasy league.
Mint. Love that.
Appreciate that, buddy. Even when you lose, you make us lose. So well done.
Yeah, no, I felt like I won. To
Your
be
level.
honest with you.
Good.
I mean,
Me and Neil
you
were
did
talking
that
about
to
this.
yourself. Come on.
Me and Neil were talking about this today. I was like, we need to stop giving Robert topics to talk at the end of the podcast, because like you got far too many this week, and I'm not going to bring them up because that's going to like start you off. But that's definitely one of them, the playoff position that we lost because of you.
I'm confused.
Rob's like, what? I don't think Rob's smart enough to think about the topics that he has on us this week.
Yeah.
I've been a bit distant with the fantasy this week. I've told you that already before we started. I've been busy. Leave me alone. So maybe you're lucky, I suppose.
Yeah, well, there you go. Well, here, Raiders against the Chargers, boys. Only wanted to think that might have happened.
No, I thought it would have happened, but I forgot this. So I went through predictions and seen that all of mine, bar 2, was the same as Mark's, and I forgot to change the Raiders and Chargers one. So, yeah, that's annoying.
Wait there. No, it's
You
not
want
on
to
this
do
one.
Talkin
I was gonna
Balls?
do the Talkin Balls thing there, but it's on the good calls one, so I can't do it. But yeah, absolutely Talkin Balls. You are, man. Yeah, I was going to pick the Raiders. Sorry about that.
Oh well, sorry. It's fine.
Did you all realize that Justin Herbert wasn't playing?
Yeah. Well,
See,
I
even
did.
like your snowball's chance in hell of a pick there. Surely you did not see them winning by that much. I mean, 42 points by the half.
I did not see them winning by that much at all. Like, I thought it was going to be close, and obviously you boys picking the Chargers. It was obviously like a wee coin flip sort of thing.
Yeah, it was one of those
There you
50-50 games for me. Like, that's whenever
Yeah.
I was doing the picks, it was kind of like, it's one of those ones that you can't really decide who you're going to go with. So it was 50-50. I can't explain why I went for the Chargers. It was 50-50, but I didn't see that coming.
If Justin Herbert was playing, I would have picked the Chargers. That's how up in the air it was. Like, you know what I mean?
Because you
As soon
love
as I
him?
knew that, yeah, because I do. I love that guy. He's a lovely looking man.
Oh, there you are.
He's also a good quarterback. You know what I
He
mean?
is. You know, he's much better than Zach Wilson.
Yeah, Zach Wilson had a concussion, mate. Before we even go there, he had.
Doesn't matter.
He was offensive player of the week last week, and then had a concussion.
From
There's one
blowout
reason I
game
wanted-
to another.
One reason I wanted to say that, you might have seen a picture I put up into the chat this week, and it was the Dolphins scored 17 points before the Jets even had 1 yard of offense. In fact, it was
Yeah,
minus 1 yard.
We're talking about the Raiders Chargers game.
I know, but it's just I brought the
We've
Jets
stumbled
up
across
scoring
one of the topics already.
Yeah, there we go. So he's not that stupid.
Perfect. Right,
No.
okay. I'm not that bad, guys. Leave me alone.
This is the game that apparently Brandon Staley was told he was getting sacked at halftime. I think. I'm going to do a Rob and go, I think that's correct. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right.
You know what? You
Yeah,
own it. You
Just
own that
own
now.
it, yeah.
You're right, mate. I'm owning it. Brandon Staley was pretty much told, here, you're out after this, mate. This halftime result, were you kidding us? We've stuck by you through thick and thin. Even though the Talkin Ball says you were going to get friggin' sacked 3 weeks ago, and we stuck by you. And now look at us, 63-21. Lost his job. GM lost his job. Just
Since we're
right.
talking about the Raiders, Emmett, did you actually know that the 63-21 win over the Chargers is the most scored game in franchise history for the
I
Raiders?
did not know that. No.
Well, they are, man.
Hmm.
It's the highest scoring game they've ever done in their franchise history.
Yeah, I think Brandon
Yeah.
Staley also said before the game that we haven't been blew out yet, so that's a thing.
This
I know-
is really
I know-
nothing.
I know
Okay.
we've lost loads of games, but we always score points, lads.
Yeah, no, it's always close, you know, where it's just that. So I think he scuttled himself with that one. But like the Raiders didn't even have Josh Jacobs, like, and Raiders are sitting there with their second string quarterback, and they were able to put them numbers up. That is unreal. Like, it's just the difference that since Josh McDaniels left there has been unreal as well. Like, so It's mad. It's a bit mad. What do you think about the new head coach? Who do you think that's going to be?
I mean, you're asking the wrong people. We don't know enough about coaches to answer that question.
Well, the favorite is Jim Harbaugh from Michigan and Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick.
He's not
to retire.
Apparently, he's been told that he's not coming back next year. They don't want him back. They want to just rebrand, friggin'.
It is time for them to move on.
Yeah,
like, he won't go. He's not going to go to the Chargers halfway through the season, though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think.
No, they're not allowed. I think that they.
Or are they not?
Their coaches, they're not allowed to talk to coaches until
off season.
Until the playoffs are over. Also,
why do they have to wait for the playoffs to be over? Because neither team will be in the playoffs.
Because they can't tap up another coach that might be coaching in the playoffs. So, like, whoever's in the Super Bowl, they'll be able to talk to all the coaches, bar the ones that are in the Super Bowl during the week before Super Bowl and Super Bowl week. So, if they're looking at a coach that's playing for whoever's in the Super Bowl, they'll not be able to talk to him until after the Super Bowl. But any other coach, they're allowed to do that.
Fair enough.
You just don't have anybody in mind, no?
I saw the Jim Harbaugh thing coming up a couple of times over the weekend. I saw his name flashing up and I didn't know what it was for, and I assume it's actually this. But has he not been talking, has there not been talk about him coming into the NHL for ages? Because he's been with Michigan for a long time, hasn't he?
He has been at Michigan for a long time, but he never wanted to leave Michigan. But then there was I can't remember what it was. It's like Signgate or something. Somebody stole a sign or some stupid shit or something, and he's been getting a lot of flack. So I think he's ready to go now. I think that's what they're saying.
But he's one of those names that's kind of always in the mix, isn't he?
Yeah.
Regardless for what job it is.
Yeah. So he would be a good coach. Where's his brothers? Brothers at Ravens, John Harbaugh.
Is there more money in being a coach in college or NFL?
Mate, the
coaches get some serious money, though.
Oh, they get loads of money. There's more money in college football than there is in NFL.
Yeah, I thought that.
There
people go to see the college footballs.
Caleb Williams was
surely
offered.
That's not right.
No, Caleb Williams was offered $30 million to stay another year at wherever he's at.
I suppose maybe if you look at it in the grand scheme of things about how many colleges there are that play football over how many teams are in the NFL, it maybe works out a bit more. But it is a shocking stat, isn't it?
Surely, if he gets paid $30 million to stay another year in the college, then he's no longer eligible and considered as a professional. Would that not be the way that works?
I don't know.
It's a mad thing to say, isn't it? $30 million to stay in school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
But that's usually have to look at colleges. Colleges in America are like a small town.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then you've also got the fact that they are paying $150,000 for their kid to go there.
Yeah.
So there must be a hell of a lot of money. And then you look at every single stadium is always filled, and they have the biggest stadiums as well.
Not like the Panthers match this weekend. Did you see that one?
45p for a ticket, mate.
Yeah, mad.
Yeah. And it was. Did you see the picture of it 20 minutes before it started?
It was not 5 minutes, but 15, 20 minutes before the game started, there was 2,000 people in the stadium or something, Mark. The stadium was empty.
Every 200, it was not full at all. It was literally 18 minutes before the game.
Seen all the pictures of it being empty, but also seen that the at each match they show the attendance up on the big screen.
Right. Yeah.
There was a picture released that they said the attendance count was at 70,000. Well, it's clearly not the case. You see how empty the fucking stands were.
Must have a lot of rats.
You got the security guy from turning the turnstile.
That scoreline would have bored the rats to death as well, to be fair. So
right,
the Panthers actually won the game. Did they not?
They at 9-7 though. It was such a low-scoring crap game.
Yeah.
Well,
see, you would wonder why like the Panthers, they shouldn't be trying to suck because they only have a pick in the first round. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they can't get the first round pick. They've already given it to Chicago for Bryce Young, who they probably don't even want anymore.
So they would trade Bryce Young for a first round pick?
Who would give a first round pick for him now?
I did see someone tweet that they wonder why certain
Didn't want to follow up question on that one.
What'd you say, Mark?
Marky?
He said, I saw a tweet earlier when I seen the empty picture, and it was like some states shouldn't have a team when this is the case.
Yeah.
Can that happen?
They can move, but
They can move, yeah. That's what happened with the Raiders. They weren't
they
getting
moved
very
to
many
Las
in
Vegas.
Lisbon. Now they're in Vegas, baby.
that's what a lot of the comments I've seen were. They were talking about, if fans don't start showing up, they're going to move. So that's what happens, because the franchise won't really die, so to speak. It'll just move on.
Move, yeah.
There's cities that will pay for a team to be in their city, like,
Yeah.
But what about the Lions? Lions back on track. Nice wee win
they're-
for them.
At
Who
this
were your
point,
Broncos,
they're-
though?
Against my Denver Broncos. That was another one that fluffed me up.
Yeah, I picked the
I
Broncos too.
thought you have the knowledge, mate, and knowing what would win.
Me?
Yeah. 'Cause,
I
I mean,
clearly
clearly
don't,
knew
because
that the Raiders were
if
gonna
it
win.
wasn't for
I just
Curtis,
don't know.
I would be last.
I joined very late, though.
Yeah,
joined very
come
late.
on.
So
Well,
yeah,
see, I
I
came
would.
from behind to be in a close second, and you're now dead last. I count you as being dead last because Curtis did join in like near the end of the season.
Well, that just makes it easier if you're only picking from halfway.
Whatever you want to say, buddy, to make you sleep better.
I don't know. I'm enjoying it. I done pretty bad in the first week and doing pretty well now.
Look, you know what it is. You see what I'm
But you're
doing now. I'm
5 games
picking my
clear, Rob,
team-
aren't you?
Don't know yet. Don't know.
I'm picking my teams first before I ask yous, because if I see yours first, then I see yous of all.
Sounds
picked
like an
three,
excuse.
I always go for the other one, like with the New York
That's a good
Giants. I
point.
pick them. Huh?
That's a good point. You get to see all of ours before you do your own.
I know. It's great.
And you're
Really
still
doesn't work out
last.
for him, though.
And I'm still last, Curtis. So it's not like I'm getting
Oh, that's
any.
the point. Yeah, it's fair
You know what I
point.
mean? Like,
Fair
it's
point.
not like it's working for me. It's
Well, I
making
feel
me worse.
I feel
if
like
you
there's
pick-
more to
if
that.
you- See if you pick 3 teams, my mind automatically goes, "Oh, I can get one up here on these guys. I'll pick the other team." And
Is that because you're a gambling man, then, or just like?
maybe? I don't know.
To be fair,
But
I think for the first couple of weeks of predictions, don't know if Mark's still doing it, but we kept sticking a quid on betting on an accumulator, and it was coming up being like, "Oh, if you win $3,000 or something." But after about 6 weeks of that, I sort of went, "Nah, this is a waste of time."
I think
Like,
you,
Yeah, I stopped as well pretty shortly after that as well.
you and Mark got 11 out of 16 right this week.
That's not bad.
Yeah, that's not
That's
bad.
not bad, like.
Still, if I'd have bet on 16 teams, I still wouldn't have won the accumulator, mate. So I'm glad I didn't put
You had
that
a
quid
bet.
down.
If you had a bet on 11,
I know, but which 11? You know what I mean?
the winner ones.
Alright, whatever.
Yes, the Lions beat the Denver Broncos, and there was a
They
video
beat
going
them?
about.
They
Yeah,
beat them, and they continued to beat them.
That's quite convincing.
it got to a point where Sean Payton actually verbally abused Russell Wilson in front of everybody, and he's never done that before. They were saying he's never done that to Drew Brees in his life, and he's sitting here fucking slobbering into his face to Russell Wilson, going, "What the clean fluff, big dog." So tensions are high in my Denver Broncos.
Is that the
You're
actual
right.
quote?
7-7.
Leave my Russell Wilson alone, Sean Payton.
My Russell Wilson.
Don't you bully my...
I know.
I will take him back to the Seahawks.
In a heartbeat.
You'd probably get him for like a freaking second round pick at the minute.
I
Yeah.
know. Better weapons at the Seahawks there is the Broncos as well. So
100%.
It's kind of annoying because I thought he was coming back to life. Like those last couple of games there where they got a couple of good wins. Like he was playing like old school Russell Wilson, and it was so good to see. And this weekend, just he's turning into a bit of a baker. So he is.
Aye, hot or cold.
What are you getting from him this week? You don't know.
Yeah. He had a game this week too.
Yeah, decent game. I want to go back to. Do you remember the very first time that I jumped on with you guys and I was a guest and I said that the Bucks would win 4? They're 7-7. So that was a hot take. That was talking balls. So
You only thought they would win 4.
do you
You
not
did
remember
say
that? Yeah, I thought they would win 4. I just thought they looked awful and just didn't know what you were going to get from Baker. But he's looking a bit more stable than he has done over previous years.
Yeah, they're 7-7 at the minute.
Yeah,
they're
looking good.
the top of the NFC South.
Yeah, but everybody's top of the NFC South. Do you know what I mean?
Panthers aren't.
No,
No, the Panthers aren't. The Panthers aren't. That's a good point.
So
But yes,
I
the
was
Bucks
having a wee
and
look
Steelers are
earlier, mate.
seven.
And since we're talking about Baker Mayfield, I seen an interesting stat that I wrote down. So the Bucks win over the Packers. Baker Mayfield becomes the first visiting QB ever with a perfect passer rating at Lambeau Field.
Really?
First
Wow.
QB ever.
Oh, didn't see
Never
Tom
beat
Brady do that.
I would never
Yeah.
stuck a counter on that, like, so I wouldn't.
Nah,
There was one about Mike Evans as well. Mike Evans, was he the first wide receiver to do like
He's
2,000 yards, wasn't it? Every season?
He's the first wide receiver to do 1,000 yards for
1,000,
his
is
first 10 seasons. Not
First
the first,
10,
sorry. Second. I think the other one was Jerry Rice.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Look at us knowing stuff.
Yeah.
I know.
That's what the
Clip that up
NFL
and get it out on
You
TikTok.
all even said that there. I think it was Jerry Rice without even saying. I think that's right. Maybe on check.
No, hold on a second. Hold on, let's rewind.
Could be right. Maybe.
No. Here,
Yeah.
and also, how crap have the Chiefs been the last couple of weeks?
They won, mate. What are you on about?
They made the Pats look like an average team, though, like a half decent team. Like, what is happening?
They were winning. Were they not winning by 2 touchdowns? Whenever I messaged you guys to say the Pats are beating the Chiefs.
I think it was just a field goal, mate. But yeah, they were winning at one point. Yeah.
No, you know what happened? See, whenever I was
is a swear
messaging in,
word.
this is the things that happened to me. So whenever I was messaging in to tell you about it, the Chiefs scored a touchdown. And
Really?
made
Really?
a field goal. Yep.
I seen a funny meme today, but you're saying about Kadarius. What's his name again? Tony, whatever it is.
Caldarius Tony, yeah.
What's that trophy you get? Is it Walter Payton trophy for being like the best man in the NFL or something? Or
Yeah, the Walter Payton Award.
Walter Payton Award, and they said that Mahomes deserves it for not punching Kadarius Toney in the face every game.
Seen that.
Did you not see the drop he did as well in that Patriots game as well?
Was
That
it as bad as
Oh,
every other week?
God, it was worse. Like it was just like you could see Mahomes' face just going, "I'm gonna kill him." I'm gonna kill him.
I'm gonna fight him as soon as I get in that locker room.
Can't blame the referees on that one. Flop that.
Well, he's let him down a bucketful this year. He's dropped a game-winning touchdown, give up that interception in the first game with a loss to the Lions. That obviously they won the weekend, but it must have been an easy catch if he was
Yeah,
right
I
on the
think
numbers.
it resulted in an interception as well, didn't it?
Yeah,
think that's why
yes,
Mahomes
that
was
one
so
did.
pissed.
Yeah, it was an interception. Yeah, yep. So he it went clean at him and it just like hit off his hands and bounced out, and then he went to try and grab it like that, and then
I think
They just caught it.
every time Tony does that, Mahomes sees his MVP trophy just fading away.
Oh, it's
Aye, well,
gone.
unless Mahomes does something spectacular these next couple of games, I don't think he's going to get it. Like
Yeah. At
they're
this
all
point,
talking about Brock
Brock
Purdy.
Purdy. Yeah, Brock Purdy. I personally feel McCaffrey.
Lamar
but
Jackson.
I'm a fanboy.
Dak.
No, he said Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, Lamar
you just-
Jackson apparently is in the run for it. If he scores
Alright.
so many over the next couple of days or a couple of games, he'd be like the first quarterback to do so many. I think it's like 2,500 yards and 900 rushing.
Well, what is
think-
the games next week? Where's my thing not loading quickly? Hurry up.
I think Brock Purdy's on to be the all-time passing leader in a single season for the 49ers as well. I guess
Well,
to get like 450
This
yards. in a few games.
Tuesday, which is Boxing Night, or no, it's Monday. It's actually Christmas night. At 1:15 in the morning, the Ravens are playing the 49ers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't
What
see him.
party?
So that could be a game to stay up for. Since we're all, well, I don't know if you're off, Curtis, because the radio is always still on anyway on Boxing Day.
Well, that's Monday night, isn't it?
That's Monday night, yeah.
Monday night. Monday's Christmas Day, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm
And then,
off on Tuesday, yeah.
there you go. Stay up. We could do a watch show with our Christmas jumpers and our big bellies full of turkey.
That is, I mean, like on paper, that's a great game. Like that is, we were talking about it last week. That's the Super
Yeah.
Bowl, isn't it?
Well, that is what we all think. Well, I think we all think that's going to be the Super Bowl.
According to the conspiracy theories,
Yes, according to the colors of the logo of the Super Bowl.
Planets are starting to align.
Yes.
I bet you the Vikings are pissed off. They're kind of like, what?
That should have been us. But we'll go to the Dolphins game. You can now put your hat on, Mark.
Thanks, bro.
It
doesn't help, because I sort of use it as like a dampener. It's white, which makes my head still look rather white.
Christ. Holy crap!
So whilst I appreciate the Dolphins result this weekend, I'm gonna have to switch back to the black just for all of our viewers.
There you can see your face better there, like.
Yeah, no, I got a fresh buff on the head. That's why it's shiny now.
That is very shiny, but Zach Wilson had a concussion before anybody goes anywhere with this carry on. Like, there was no.
That so says his mum.
On offense, yeah, his mum looks exactly like him. You see the video, it's just like, is that Zach Wilson longer?
You can stick her in some parts, she'll probably play better.
So I was looking at like all the news surrounding all the games over the last couple of days, and got to the Jets-Dolphins game, and like half the three like main titles were his mum said this, his mum said he's got this, but his mum says it's this way. Like, come on, man, take your own fucking accountability into order,
Yeah, but apparently he had a concussion, and then he was feeling dizzy and didn't want to say it to anybody because he knew that he was his best chance to win.
Well, that's his season over.
That'll be his season over. Like, I mean, there's no point playing him or playing anybody.
Well, you have to do 3 weeks for concussion protocol as well.
No, it's like
sure?
5
Your
steps
voice
to go
was
through.
so dead saying that.
Right, okay.
Mine?
Well, sure, Aaron Rodgers is coming back, and you're going to the playoffs.
Aaron Rodgers, did anybody see Aaron Rodgers' speech today?
No.
Oh, that's how pissed off he looked on the pitch side.
But that's the way he always looks. Like, see, even when he's doing his interview, he's just like, yeah, I think it's so really about. He's really boring basket, like, when he's talking. But he is. He said, "This isn't going to be my last season. Next season." He's saying, "I feel like this one was a wash, so I think I've got a good couple more seasons into me." So,
do you reckon it's clout chasing?
Just try to sell in Rodgers.
No, he's not. No, I don't think he is at all. No.
I genuinely believe he want to keep going.
Yeah, 100%.
He may want to and heart keep going.
Well, yeah. Whether his body allows him or not's a different thing.
Yeah.
ACL's hard to recover
Someone's
from.
gonna like step back and go like, Rodgers, give it a break, man. You've done enough.
It was Achilles, sorry, not ACL.
He's 1 year younger than me, and look at me, I'm an athlete.
You said at the start of the podcast you wanted the seat with no pedal.
Yeah, because I have to keep my athleticism ready for other things.
Regulated. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I can't just do random exercises when I should be drinking.
Like playing centre for the Antrim Jets?
No. Too old for that now, hey.
Guard?
Oh,
No.
There's someone
You're
out there
guard.
that's better. That's
You're a great tackle. You may be a great tackle, Rob, I think.
Me?
No, great tackle.
Defensive end.
No, you're too old for that shit. Too old to crap it.
I don't want to accept any blame for the Jets' devastating loss either, because I did lend them a vote for the picks this week. Only because I said on the podcast last week that it would, just to be nice, and not doing that again.
I shouldn't have done it. That it was clearly my fault because I didn't back them against the Texans, and they won comfortably. And then as soon as I picked them again, Zach Wilson gets injured, has a concussion. His mummy comes out and tells everybody about it. So I think it's me. I'm the problem. It's me, Kurt.
You're gonna have to stop supporting them.
Is that a Taylor Swift song, by the way?
You're the problem, it's you. Yes, it is. Yeah.
Boom!
That's how
we get Swifties in. That's how we get Swifties into the podcast.
That song is Anti-Hero, which ironically is what Zach Wilson is.
Yes, look what I just did.
It all fits.
Yeah, I meant this. I meant to do this. But does anybody else want to talk about the Jets and the Dolphins before I move on to something more pressing?
No, mate, it's fine. Don't want to be the dead thing when it's down. It's all good.
Yeah, thanks, Rob. I appreciate that.
No bother.
Bills Beating the Cowboys? Who's seen that?
I mean, Bills are good.
Bills are good, yeah.
I think it's Joe Brady. I think it's the new offensive coordinator. Ever since he's came on board, they've just been a better team. He was offensive coordinator at the Panthers whenever they were playing very well with Cam Newton. And Cam Newton's a running quarterback. So is Josh Allen. And they had great running backs at the Panthers as well. And I think it was Deontay Freeman and Chuba Hubbard, I think I want to say, was there. And they were a great running back duo for them. And now he's bringing that in, as you've seen, with James Cook. James Cook, got many touchdowns did James Cook get? Was it 2 or 3?
No idea, mate.
Well, he got 35 fantasy points.
Nice.
So he did, if you just want to take what you want from that. So now they're using the running game more, because Kent Dorsey never used running backs. Always Josh Allen just scrambling to get out of somewhere. Now they're using the running backs, and it seems to be going well for them. It seems to be going very well for them. They beat the Cowboys this week, and then they beat the Chiefs last week.
Yes.
Kind of disappointed in the Cowboys though, because I kind of thought, like, I really wanted this to be Dak's year, so it did. It still could be, don't get me wrong. It just seems that their unbeatable form is when they're at home, and they can't take it away, which they're going to need to if they want to go the whole way. But I just hope this isn't the start of the inevitable Cowboys blow up that happens every year.
Yes, at the end of the season,
yeah, because it looks that way.
It is a week.
Cam Newton came out in the week and said that he was every bit as good a pitch commander as Dak Prescott is, and a team should be looking to pick him up. And I was just like, no, you're not. Shut up. Like, just stay in the free agency, and you're not that good.
I think the difference is though, people know what they're getting with Cam Newton too. It's like all the stuff off the pitch as well. Do you know?
Yeah,
it's like you don't get that with Dak.
Yeah, did you not see what he was wearing when he was giving this speech as well?
No, but I can imagine
the clothes he was wearing.
Oh,
like that is some style that man has. Like,
always has to be the center of attention, that man.
Yeah. So, no, I wouldn't have Cam Newton either. As much as I would love to have prime Cam Newton, but he's just mental off the field. Like, he's just went pure nuts. It seems. I think
he was really good for that one season.
Yeah, the MVP season. Yeah.
It's so funny because like that season, that was the first time I went to New York that season, and we went into the Nike shop in somewhere in New York, and all of the shirts on the wall were Cam Newton shirts. Like in the center of New York, it was all Panthers jerseys, which was so bizarre. But that's how good he was. Do
you know how hard it is to find a New York Jets jersey in New York?
I can imagine. To be fair,
it's really hard. Like, I mean, I actually went looking in sports stores. No, any Jets? No, just Giants.
I think you literally have to go to MetLife to get one.
Exactly.
On game day.
Exactly. Freaking Nick Mangold or somebody has to give you one. Mustard. But yes, Bills are looking good. Bills are looking good at the right times, but then Bills are sort of like a Cowboy-esque team, whereas I think they've been put out the last 3 years by a overtime field goal. If I'm mistaken. No, I'm going to own it. They have. Yeah, 100%.
I think you knew it was coming from either me or Mark there, and that's why you just did it.
I seen your wee mind ticking over there, and I was like, I'm going to get it before him because he's not quick enough to do this.
I seen a TikTok earlier on today. It was about this dad and his lawnmower, and the choke. Sorry, I'll lead on that. Hold on. Dad and the lawnmower, right? And the choke stopped working on the lawnmower, so he put a cowboy stick over it, and now it chokes every time. So, wow. That's quite funny.
That's good.
That's a dad joke, that is, man.
I know, it made me giggle, and that's all that matters.
Made me giggle too. Made me giggle. And we'll move on to the other thing that we thought Rob wouldn't shut the fluff up about. The Eagles getting beat by the Seahawks.
Oh, well, that just goes without saying. I don't need to say much more about that there. Come on.
Cool, moving on. What's next subject?
Okay, we'll move on
seen that coming a mile off. You know what I mean? Strategically looked at it. Obviously, pick the Hawks every week. Stick them with it.
I know you didn't change it, yeah. You stuck with them, yeah. Except for the one time that I didn't stick with the Jets, they won.
Yeah, no, I had no turncoat, mate. My team's my team, you know. Picking the
Well,
other
did
team.
you see my freaking picks this week? It's all I don't give a fluff who you are this time.
How do you not? So you don't like your team enough to
Picking
pick them
whatever
again?
I want. Them Commanders are getting picked over them Jets. That's for sure.
Are you serious?
You're 100% serious.
Is this
I'm gonna
another
pick the
reverse
Jets this
psychology
weekend.
thing? Or?
Huh?
I'm gonna pick the
You know
Jets
what?
this week.
The Jets are just going to tank now. That's it. They're not going to start Rodgers and get him injured, so they're just going to like tank and try and get a better pick. Try and get your man, Zayden Daniel, I think it is, who won the Heisman Trophy. He'd be nice. I would have been off of him if he's still there, whenever we're picking. But he'll sit behind Rodgers for a year, and then we'll throw him in. Be awesome. I'm happy enough with that. But that's what they're doing. Going to do. Just letting you know before
Okay.
it
Okay.
happens.
Our delusional Neil. I think every group should have one.
Mate,
Gonna
optimistic.
stay there. Good caller talking balls.
Oh,
What are you
yeah.
picking?
Hit the button, hit the button, hit the button.
The buttons on the other brand thingy have different brand thingies where it had different stuff, and it's on the good calls of Talkin Balls one. Oh, so the only person to see this was Rob, because
Right.
Geno Smith wasn't even starting.
Hi, Drew Luck. I don't know where.
You know what I mean?
I-
Matt Patricia calling the defensive plays for the first time. Absolutely fluffed up at the end there, where he allowed a 95-yard drive in the last 2 minutes.
No, I was watching that game and I sort of like a couple of passes happened. And I went, "That's not Gino," and then I was looked at it. I was like, "Oh, fuck, who knew?" I didn't know until I started watching the game. But I
Can't bite my
No.
lip here. I can't.
and he, huh?
No,
Tell
keep
me.
going. No, keep going.
No, you should.
No, keep going.
No, it's fine.
No, I'm never going to say it, so keep going.
That's fine. I'm done anyway.
Right.
It's all good.
Speaking of like dodgy throwing, then, what about Jalen Hurts throwing them fucking wild passes? 8 minutes left of the game. He threw a fucking Hail Mary when they were up by I think 7, and it was fucking picked.
I think that's his issue. I think he might be a wee bit of ADHD or something. And he just goes, you know what, I'm going to get the game winning play now. I can't be arsed with this 5 yards, carry on every play. I just want to get it up the field quicker and go here. But then, you know, so that could be the play calling too. You know what I mean? The offense coordinator will be telling him to do that. That's what you need to realise too.
Who looked at that and actually thought that was a good idea? And I think it was like 2nd and long, and he decides to throw a Hail Mary with 7 or 8 minutes left on the clock. I mean, like, the Eagles were constantly gaining yards, and he decides to fucking throw a ball like that.
Play calling? Play calling?
Bollocks.
Makes sense.
Can't be a bad throw. If it was a bad throw, then it's his fault. But if the play looked well, then it's his fault. If the play looks shit, then he's done what he's been told to do. And the ball's on point, but just gets...
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
But yeah, that's
Yeah.
where the OC has to take the flacco for that there.
Oh, did you hear the call, the fucking false start call on my boy Jason Kelsey?
He's been doing that a lot lately.
Oh, did you see actually what he done this time? Because this time it was quite blatant.
What do you do?
The ref set the ball down, and he went like this, took the ball, and moved it forward. Like he got himself set up, took the ball from where the refs had placed it, and moved it forward, and got himself set.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you pull some yards?
He's been doing
yeah, he was
it.
stealing yards.
That's
Obviously, he
been
didn't mean
happening
it. He
a
got
lot.
into his own head, like was just setting the ball up, placed it forward.
But he should know better than that. Like, he's a
100%.
Pro
Fucking
Bowl
stupid.
center. He should know far better than that. Like, I mean, but
However, it's definitely not his fault.
I
He
have
didn't roll my eyes.
I have I've been
He's a
watching.
gorgeous man. Sexiest man alive.
He is, to be fair. Isn't nobody got voted that, didn't he?
Who?
Yeah, he did.
Jason
Yeah.
Kelsey?
Jason Kelsey was in the running for Sexiest Man Alive, apparently.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, he has been doing that a lot. There's the past couple of games where he has been doing that. There was actually, were they not playing the Kansas City Chiefs?
Neil.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rob.
I said Travis is better looking.
Oh no, you're wrong. You're wrong. Sorry, now go ahead.
What's going on here? Why did you interrupt him? He was
Yeah,
talking
just
about
to
the
do
Chiefs.
that there, Mark. I had a train of thought there, now it's gone. It's left the station.
I didn't think there was any trains left.
Yes, So Kelsey's been doing that for a wee while, and it was against the Kansas City Chiefs where it was raining, and it was the last couple of plays of the game, and he did it twice, where he actually walked off the pitch whenever it was the end of the game. I think they went into extra time and all that. Game 2, not 100%, but like he walked off the pitch and all because he was like, "What the fluff?" Like, couldn't understand, but that could be the start of something.
Hopefully not.
Maybe it's been happening a lot more than we think. But
Something mad could be happening in his head where he's like getting twitchy.
he has been hit a lot.
By big guys, like by massive guys.
So,
Did
a few
Jalen
other
Hurts?
facts. Sorry, go ahead.
Did Jalen Hurts do any turnovers by falling on the ball?
No, we don't believe he did this week.
Yeah, because they had him training by falling on the ball pretty much
He
all
knows
week.
how to fall on the ball and slide properly. Yeah.
Yeah, so that whenever he fell on the ball, that it didn't pop out and give a turnover. So that was his.
Secure the ball and stop running into the big man that literally trained to hit you.
Yeah.
Imagine being an NFL quarterback and having to be trained to like secure the ball. That's mad.
Everybody has their faults.
Yeah,
True.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yours is want to play defensive end when you're can't. You know.
We'll see.
But yeah, boys, I think that's everything.
I got a few honourable mentions. I wrote down a bunch of facts here, so there's a few I want to throw at you.
Right, throw them up.
Rob,
throw them
is
out, big
it
dog.
one of your favourite players, Derrick Henry?
I wouldn't say he's my favourite player. He's a
I
good
have a
player.
fact for him too, also.
He had a career low this week.
I was terrible.
So
Wasn't
he
just
had
a career
the
low.
fewest scrimmage yards in a game since 1950 for any player who had 20 touches or more of the ball, and he averaged half a yard per touch.
Yeah. When I looked at his points in fantasy in the third quarter, he was on minus 0.6 points. And that's when I stopped looking at my phone at that point because I was like, I've lost.
That's when I stopped looking at your team and went, we're out of the top 4 now.
Yeah, he was so bad. But sure.
Yeah.
And I've
What's your
got
next one,
Jake Browning for the Bengals is the first quarterback with 1,000+ passing yards and completed over 75% of his passes in his first 4 games since 1950 as well. They must have just started keeping track of these actual stats since 1950.
Well, the
Sure.
Super Bowl started. I think it's the Super Bowl year. There was American football, and then there's a Super Bowl year, which started in 1950.
See, looking at Derrick Henry's production, mate, he had 20 touches of the ball and 10 yards of total offense.
Yeah,
That's mad.
it's literally what I just said, but yeah.
Well, I'll just say that again.
Do you know what I can't understand?
Nope.
That I'm wrong. I'm wrong there. I think I'm wrong. Well, that stat that I just said it was
Clip
1970. I
that.
think.
Clip it.
Nope. My AI clips things now, mate.
Oh yeah, that's something else we need to bring up, boys. I was on the phone with Neil for about 20 minutes earlier on today, telling him about my
mental, this
frustrations with one of our latest videos that was put up.
Is that because your
And,
face isn't on it?
Just I'm not in it at all. And he was like,
Probably
it's because you don't speak. And I was like, the other 2 guys didn't say a fucking word. It's just
Hey, Dan,
Rob.
Curtis was talking. Curtis was the one that was talking the whole time.
No.
Me and Rob were going.
No,
Sometimes
your AI editor is boldest.
this AI editor, you can't insult him. He's now my best friend.
The trick is just to breathe into the mic, just like heavy breathe into it.
You know, usually you're good at that, mate.
Keep yourself on screen.
Just sleep on stream and you'll be always on it.
True. And we'll never get the
Snore
chance to speak because our headphones will be shaking somehow. Don't know how to do it, but you're loud enough.
Yep.
You get at me or like what was that?
Yes, you. Snoring?
You're basically
You said
saying
sleep
you're
on the
snore.
Moving on.
Wow.
Well
So
done,
let's hear more facts that we don't care about. Continue.
I care about them, Robert.
Right, go ahead, shoot.
What's the next one, big dog? Also, did anybody see Jake Browning shouting at the camera to say you should never fluff and cut me to the Vikings?
Yes, that was cool.
Yeah.
Like
wonder
that.
how big a fine that's going to intake.
None at all. Why would he get fined?
Definitely will.
You get fined for everything in the NFL.
Yeah, but he makes loads of money. Be grand. It's only like 10 grand. That's like me
Whatever it
getting
is, I think it was worth it for him.
Right. What's your next week fact, Doyd?
No, that's
Mark,
me.
is
That's me
that
done.
Was that
It
you
is,
done?
it
Really?
is.
That's us for talking balls, guys.
Before we
Oh,
wrap
yeah.
up, we should give. We didn't really finish the Heiberger thing earlier, did we? Let's give them a massive shout out because, first of all, thanks for partnering up with us, and secondly, the burgers are class. So good.
Yes.
100%, and I look forward to trying them because my apparent IBS bout meant I couldn't try them the last time we were there, so it's always good.
Yeah, but now your ABS is working.
Yeah, mate.
Also,
Did
for
you-
anybody,
Touch.
that does have ABS, like Rob,
Fuck's
Rob's
sake.
IBS is triggered by pizza and Chineses and things, so burgers. Burgers
That's
are
really
grand.
not true.
Burgers are good. Shut up, Rob. We're promoting burgers.
Did you see Heiberger's festive burger that they posted on Instagram?
Yes,
looks sexy.
it looked incredible. Everything they put on Instagram looks amazing. To be fair,
I
they
think we're
do
going to take a
Philly
trip up
wings
there and
now.
get one of those.
Gonna have to
Yeah.
get this Talkin Balls burger sorted out as well.
Yes, we're going to have to get a Talkin Balls special.
have we talked about this and what would be on that, or is that for another episode?
Well, you see, this is what I want on. I want beef, chicken, pulled pork,
Oh, one
onion
for the
rings.
trio? The holy trifecta?
Yes, mate. The
Gherkins?
Talkin Balls burger needs to have everything on it.
Yeah.
Just make it
Bacon.
dirty and awful.
Yep.
Mac and cheese.
Oh, mate. What do you call it? The fancy nacho cheese instead of normal cheese.
Nice.
Wow.
Well,
Oh,
go
my mouth's
have a look at our
watering
TikTok
even
and go have a
thinking
look at
about
our
it.
Instagram and stuff, and you'll see the burgers that we had because they were.
Maybe we'll put a poll up to try and see what we'll put on our burger. What
Should
would
we
you want?
each design our own burger
And see
and
who
then,
gets the
like,
vote?
and then put it to the people? Do you know what I mean?
I
Yes.
think it's a
Put
good
it to the
idea.
people and
100.
just.
Because I'm going to own that shit.
I think we can attach our names to it as well. We just
Mate,
put-
your burger is going to sound more like a burger challenge. Like, that's a feed. You
Yeah.
know, the trifecta.
Go to places like this for feeds.
Fair
They're not
enough.
going there because they're not hungry.
I look forward to them trying to stick a price on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll probably
true.
be
Three
about
different
a
types
30
of
it'll probably be about a 30 quid burger, like, to be fair.
It has to be reasonable, yeah.
Yeah, we'll get leftover turkey for the chicken.
Yeah, no Wagyu A5 beef.
Oh, aye. No, I'll have to get a number the best for friggin' my burger for the noob special.
For whose burger?
Mine.
Heiberger.
Talkin Balls burger.
Hi burger.
Heiberger.
Yes, so as we've said, they are at Banana Block. They are on the Newton Arch Road. They do the best burgers that we have ever tasted. They do the most sexiest chips. The wings weren't on when we were there. Otherwise, I would have had about 40 of them. But now they're back on, and I'm going to go and try a lot of them very, very soon. Remember,
And
my
on top of that-
and I can't. Saliva was building up there and everything.
On top of that, Banana Block's a pretty cool place as well, isn't it?
Banana
It
Block's awesome.
They
Yeah, it
have
was
ping
cool.
pong.
They
Yes,
have
they
ping
do.
pong. Ping
And
pong,
beer.
coffee, beer. I think I seen a mushroom shop. For anybody that's into that.
So that's what I
What kind of
was
mushrooms we were talking like? Is it?
I know what's going
What are
on
we
my burger.
promoting here? What?
But yes, we will.
Ooh,
The
portobello
Banana Block
mushroom.
also has a podcast room, so we're hoping to do a couple of wee things up there with Heiberger, and we'll be announcing more of that stuff up there. Hopefully, we'll get to try our own burgers up there, and we'll bring you loads of content with Heiberger and Talkin Balls.
100.
So, unless you have anything else,
Nope.
Apart from
Good to
Happy
go.
Christmas.
yes,
Oh.
Merry Christmas from the Talkin Balls.
Yeah.
Yes.
Merry
This is
Christmas.
our last week before we go on wee Crimbo break.
Yeah.
We
Um,
decided we were taking a break. Or we're
I think
doing
everybody said they wanted to go on Tuesday.
I mean, I was looking forward to a break, and then the NFL have went and stuck that absolute banger of a game on Christmas night. Like,
Yeah.
what do you do?
We'll play it by ear. Technically, we might be off next week, but we might have content to bring if we do.
So stay tuned if we don't.
Yeah, if we don't, we'll let you know. See you next week. Maybe not.
Bye, guys.
Episode of Talkin Balls.
You need to have Fade to Black now.